This is my Road to Rank 1 series, where I take a brand new account and bring it all the way to Rank 1 in the world. Last season, I was able to make it all the way to Rank 4 in the world, but I couldn't get to Rank 1. So I'm going to be trying one more time this season to get all the way to Rank 1 in the world. Hope you enjoy. Okay, this is my game number 2 for my placement match for my Road to Rank 1 series. So I'm playing on the 4th position on this board. First of all, I see that there's a very strong 5-9-10 with the or wheat together. Now there's another strong 8-4-10. There's also a good 6-9-3 spot with the 6-2 and the 3 brick over here. That's also another good idea. So I could easily see on this board something like this happening, where person 1 takes it or, person 2 takes it or, and person 3 takes it or, and then I'm left in 4th position, which is why 4th position has like the lowest win rate. People did like a massive study and gathered a bunch of data of like over like 800 games. And we basically found that 4th position has like I think like 4% disadvantage on spiral boards. So basically the win rate was like 21% or something like that. Like the average win rate should be 25%. So that's going to be my excuse if I lose. Now on this board over here, I see if that does happen, 5-9-10, 8-4-10, 6-9-3. I could see a world where I had to take maybe some type of 6-4-11 with a wood port. But this 8-3-10/8-4-3 is actually very, very good in itself too, since the brick's kind of rare on the board if you look at it, since there's a lot of extra wood compared to the brick. So maybe I'd have to do 6-4-11, 8-3-10, going all wood brick. That's so disgusting. With no or wheat. I don't like playing or and wheatless. I know some other people like to. I think playing without or and wheat is difficult. It's doable for sure, but I think it's difficult though. So I could see someone taking the 8-3-10/3-4-8, wanting to lock up that pretty rare brick. If that does happen, okay, cool. 5-6-11. That's also another thing, that this board is pretty rare on wheat. So by locking this up, it's like nobody has wheat on this board. So this is going to be pretty tough. Okay, now they decided to lock up the rare brick. Okay, so looking at this board over here, I think I have to do something along the lines of 6-4-11 and 8-4-10. That's one idea. Or I could also take the idea of the 6-9-3 and the 6-4-11. Yeah, so the thought process, if I do this plus this, I can use a wood port to substitute for my wheat. I have a little bit of brick, and I'm pretty happy. Yeah, and I might be able to get some brick trades. I still need that wheat, and I'll start off with that brick I need to get here. It's going to be slow, but it's doable. I could also do something along the lines of locking up all the ore, like this plus this, but I think it's pretty bad, really. I don't think it's that good. I mean, it's okay. I could see a world where people try to do it to be fancy. The problem is I don't think there's enough wheat to support all that extra ore. You could be trading a lot of wheat for ores, but I don't know if red's going to be having that much wheat. I think that doing something like this plus this is probably the best move. I double up on my 6s. I have decently strong numbers. I think blue probably takes something along the lines of 8-4-10, which is pretty good for them. And then red goes ahead and takes, now red's a little bit sad. I could see a world where red takes maybe like the 4-9-11. This is why I don't really like the 5-6-11 second. It makes sense to lock up the wheat, but now what's your next pick? Maybe the 8-10 to the 5-10. The problem is this guy can take the 5-10 or the 4-9-11. Probably, actually no, red probably takes the 8-10 to 5-10, and then black gets the 4-9-11, which makes black very strong. Wow, if black does get the 4-9-11. So yeah, what I'm predicting is I take this over here, which I think is good, plus the 6-9-3 and a point downwards, so I can get a 3-1 port. And then I think what happens is blue probably takes the 8-4-10. And I think what happens next is red or 8-4-3. That's also good. Red takes maybe the 8-10 to try to get, brick to match with the wood, build to the 5-10, and then black gets a 4-9-11. This is very strong. Double sheep, double wheat, and then strong ore. You upgrade this, you get another 3-1 port, and you play a very classic ore wheat sheep game. I think blue has a pretty tough time in this game since they have no wheat, and the road network is a little bit awkward. I think as blue, I would have taken the 8-4-10 instead, because you can get on a 3-1 port. This way you have 2 wood spots to match with the 2 brick spots, instead of 3 brick spots. Well, I think blue's idea is to get on the brick port. Whoa, red takes 6-2. I mean, it makes sense. I'm thinking about it from red's point of view, right? From red's point of view, they need ore to match with their wheat. This is a 3-1 port. They take away the spot from me, and then expand to the 5-2 and play an ore wheat sheep game that way. Might have made black strong too strong with the 4-9-11, but if I took, my setup would be trash. I agree. I'll say, like, no worries. I maybe should have proactively talked to say, like, hey, the 8-10 is actually not bad. Yep, even black said 8-10. If I'm black, what I'm thinking is, okay, blue's in a terrible position. Okay, I'll probably get jacked here. But what I'm thinking, if I'm black, blue's in a terrible position. Red's in a terrible position. White is in a okay position, but still a terrible position. And I'm in a great position. So the only thing I do is basically I punt down white, and everyone else has a very hard time winning. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Wood for ore. That wood for sheep. I don't think I can take that trade. But this is the problem with this guy's position. Now he's going to be hunting down for wood desperately. Okay, nicely done since the 6 rolls. And red needs brick, so it's the 1-for-1 trade. I almost want red and blue to be trading because we're all so far behind, where it's almost like a 3v1. And I hope my opponents recognize that this situation, it is that bad. Like, we do have to work together really, really hard. Okay, so 8 rolls over here. That's very strong for blue, but they need to actually be able to get on the brick port. But it makes sense why blue took the 8-4-3 is to get that brick port. Okay, so I traded a sheep for ore. Oof, I would have tried to avoid trading with black here because they're in such a strong position. But it's understandable when they're offering rare cards. 9, Oh man, every single time one of these 9s roll, basically black always beats me at the 9. Since I only get a sheep, but black gets a sheep and an ore. And the problem with that is they're also on double wheat, and they just have a very efficient, clean setup. They should be getting robbed a lot this game. 4 is blocked. There's not much we can do. Okay, 7 rolls from black. Again, he's rolled 2 7s, so he gets to control the robber. He can probably put it on the 6 wood or the 6 ore. Both of these spots are very, very strong. This is not a good position to be in at all. Okay, I probably get jacked here, or red. Both of us are in bad positions, but I have no wheat. We got sheep, ore. Maybe black wants to jack from me since I have ore, but also red has ore. That's so bad. That's so bad. Let's say black wins this, I think. I'm gonna say this after he drops the city. Oh man. So he does that. Does he jack from me again? I guess he's trying to get the double ore so he can go ahead and drop a city. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to say black wins this, I think. Just because they're in such a strong position. So some players might be ludicrous saying, come on, we're all at 2 points. What are you talking about? But the reality of it is very different, I'd say. It's not like that at all. Yeah, see, exactly. Black's saying like too soon to say. I mean, it makes sense since Black's saying that, but I think more, I don't want to sound like an ass, but more experienced players realize it's definitely not too soon to say who's winning. In my opinion, it's very clear that it's black already. They're 2 down dev cards up on us. Wood for brick. I do wood for maybe like this and sheep. Oh, not for 2 sheep, not for 2 sheep. I'll do it for sheep, brick maybe. I'll also do the same trade as black for brick ore, just so that black doesn't get a trade. Yeah, cool. It does kind of suck, but I'm setting myself up here. So now blue can actually start playing the game since they do have a brick port. So nicely done to blue. And now in this position, since wheat's super rare on this board, I have to 4-1 for a wheat. And I have to just pray that I don't get jacked for that. I don't get jacked, basically, for that wheat. I'm not on 8s or 6s. I mean, that's like fair. I mean, oh man, that's so ugly. I mean, blue is starting to get rolling himself, but he still lacks wheat. But he does have that problem solved a little bit more with the brick port himself. Okay, red drops a road here, and they can start buying development cards themselves. And there's a 5 rolls. 3. All right, I'll take that. 2 sheep. Is there any wood on the board? I don't think there's any wood on the board, which is a problem. But brick for 2 sheep and an ore. What about sheep ore? Is that even worth it for me? Or do I simply just pass? I want to be able to pass because I want to be able to trade. So like, I want to be able to trade my bricks away right now. And I know that if I trade on black's turn, blue's going to be competing with me for those trades. So I could basically trade 2 bricks for 2 sheep and an ore. But what do I do with this hand? All it does is I buy a dev card and I'm suddenly back in square 0, which is terrible for me. So I think I need my wood to really get started. This is a very tough position. Red taking the 6-2 absolutely like destroys me. I think I have to pass here and hope that I can get the trade with black instead of blue. And also, if I do the 3 for 2, black's over. Okay, can trade black. This is also a terrible position too. And now blue's gonna offer 2 cards for 1, or like offer like a 3 for 2, and it brings them to 7 cards. Yeah, and I'm forced to trade with black, which is like trading with the devil. I think a brick for sheep is exactly what I'm looking for. Brick for sheep. I'll say yes to the 2 for 2. The problem is blue's also saying yes to the 2 for 2. So I mean, I think we can't actually see it, but I can assume based off of that, since blue's hand is full of brick. And yes, it does suck giving black the red settle. And I know that trade gives black the red settle. But from my point of view, it's like blue's probably already saying, like, there's a high chance blue's already saying yes to that trade. So if they're going to get it anyways, I might as well take the trade and also get my settlement over here. But this is not a good position at all. This is a very trash position. Like, this is scary. Like, I don't think me and red should be getting blocked here, since it's actually like we're in terrible positions here. So not good at all. Okay, that's a city for blue. Nicely done. I might actually consider upgrading this spot instead, but upgrading this makes sense too, since it's like your wheat. No 7? Oh my gosh. This is the worst game ever. Okay, now I think it's blue. It's blue and black, but the thing is, black, let's see, black got a knight. I think I still have to do this. I think. Could be wrong. It's whatever. It's the 5 wheat, no matter what, I think. I think it's still this. And blue is a little bit ahead, but the idea is black has a knight card. They play the knight card and move it on to blue. So this way, black gets to expend a knight very quickly, and now blue remains to be blocked. But the problem with that is black didn't have a knight. Ah, shoot. And if he said no, then I would have probably played it on blue. But if he said yes, then yeah, I would just put it on the 5 wheat. But maybe I'm just a little too ruthless. But I'm just saying, like, there are certain spots where you can lie, and it pays off very well. So now in this position, this is not a good position to be in at all. I think this is a very tough game for me to win. Yeah, this is not a great position to be in. Let's try to see if I can get trade for a wood, because I need to try to get a city here. I'll just drop a road here, I think. Maybe I could have done it. Brick for wood. A brick for wood and a pour for wheat. I should have done it with black. I was too afraid of black. I don't think I should have been too afraid. Hence, yeah, 3 for 1 for a sheep instead, just to go over here. 9. Yeah, I need to be getting more wood and porting for that wheat so I can eventually get that city. That's what I need to do. And so if I get a city on 6, 4, 11, now my setup's actually kind of playable. Kind of. It's only a little bit playable. Sheep for... I'll do sheep wood. There we go. Nice. I'm looking for a lot more wood. Like, I know red wants a sheep here. It's a 2 for 2. I don't want to like try to scam them like hard or anything like that. But the thing is, getting 2 wood is basically wheats. So that's good. Since now basically I'm 1 wheat off from a city. And that 1 wheat off from a city basically means I need like another wheat essentially. Or another wood. Cool. So I'm 1 wood off. There's a lot of extra wood on the board. Mostly it's in blue's hand though. I think red might have 1. Cool. 3 bricks. Let's see if I can try to get that brick for wood trade now with black. Since I know he 3 for 1'd it last turn. Let's see if he wants this. Oh, shoot. I could offer this and this for a single wood. Okay, perfect. Cool. Red decides to say yes to this trade over here. And this is a city for me. So this is pretty good. There we go. I think I have to upgrade the 6-4-11 just because that's my wheat source. I think that's probably the better move. That's why I typically would want to upgrade the wood. I think I need to upgrade this because this helps me buy a lot more consistent dev cards. I think that's the best move. I'm not totally sure. I mean, I think this is the best move because now I can simply just buy a bunch of Ds. Okay, this 8 and 3 rolling a bunch is not good. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Ding, ding, ding. Yes! Yes. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, solo block the 8 brick. We have to do a lot just to catch up to blue here. Yeah, that's... Now, black setup is still strong, but right now blue is just basically high rolling. Since they're doubled up on the 3s and 8s, the 3s and 8s have been rolling a lot. So whenever, yeah. So it's right now they're currently high rolling, and you know whenever you double it up on these numbers, it's you can either win big or lose big. And right now they're winning big. So 6 rolls, okay. So let me see if I say red want insurance. Basically, I'm offering if red wants to give a free card. I'll basically take a wood. Cool. And then I'll do this with an ore. And basically, I take a free wood. Cool. So basically, what happened was we did a trade where I brought red under 7 cards, and I'm able to net 1 card. I think at 4 cards, do I port for a wheat here? I don't ever get robbed here, right? I don't think I ever get robbed, so I'm actually willing to port for a wheat. Okay, cool. So now I wanted to port that 1 time just because I wanted to lower my hand size. Okay, I decided to buy a dev card. I need to win this game by getting a city, and I need to win through dev cards also. Okay, 5 rolls, that's cool. Also, people don't understand there's multiple types of insurance. But generally what insurance means is where you bring someone under 7 cards. There's insurance where you can keep a free card, which is what I did for red. There's insurance where I'll hold on to your cards and trade it back to you if you give me XYZ. All insurance means is I'll bring you under, but you have to clarify the terms. So in that position, I was basically saying insurance of give me a free card. And red's actually incentivized to take that trade, which seems weird because red had a valuable hand. So you only really want to buy insurance when you have a valuable hand, or for wood and wheat. Maybe. Dang. So I was thinking about that. Or for wood wheat. It's actually a pretty good trade. I wish I took that since I do profit like basically like 1 wood, but it also allows red to do like that's one of my biggest complaints with Colonist, since I don't know if anyone else is taking the trades. I mean, I am far behind. But I'm actually very far behind in this position. But I'm at 6 cards. I think I have to go ahead and buy a dev card here. It's a knight card. Cool. But I need a city. That's the biggest thing. I need a city here. Okay, black's at 3 with 2 down Ds. Okay, I still think it might be blue a little bit, since they can still drop a road. Okay, let's see. I think red should be getting jacked instead of me. Me? Man! I actually think I'm in last place, which seems weird. Surprised I'm getting jacked here. But it makes sense, since I think blocking this 6 does make sense. But I do think red's ahead of me. They got 2 down Ds. I've only got 1. And they actually have access to wheat and sheep now, while I don't have access to any wheat. Okay, cool. Decide to keep blocking blue, which is good. And black's at 3 down Ds. I think black's like the secret killer inside this game. But once they get a city, they're absolutely going to crush it. Especially if they have a monopoly, they can absolutely just destroy us. I'm probably offering sheep for wheat to red. So another 8 rolls for blue. Okay, we blocked a lot of brick from them, which is good. That's another city. Nicely done. But that's why we're blocking blue here. Yeah, I think that like in black's position, I don't know why you're jacking from me. Like not only am I in last place, red was 1 dev card up on me, and I actually have access to wheat, like 3 wheat spots, sheep, and ore. But blue also is 2 roads away from getting 8 points. Just play the game. All right. It's people like that, you know, you can't change their minds. A lot of people don't like admitting their mistake. But the more Catan you play, the more you start to understand like people have big egos in the game. And so do I. Everyone has a big ego. But also like people really hate saying whenever they're wrong. That's something I learned in Catan. You can never tell someone they're wrong. You have to make them like come to the conclusion that they're wrong. But yeah, like it's definitely a mistake to jack from me, just because I'm in last place by far. There's a monopoly that I was talking about, since I was pretty confident. Since whenever you have multiple 3 down Ds, it's either like mono or VPs. I had a feeling it was more likely to be mono compared to basically a victory point based off how he's playing. So black's able to go ahead and mono the bricks, 3 drop road settle and get a 3 for 1. Nicely done. And buy another D card. But this is why I thought like blue and black were just absolutely killing the game. And red still does have a chance. And the truth is, I've played this game enough to know that this is a very, very tough position. Maybe I could have taken something like 8-4-10, 6-4-11. That's another idea. 8-4-10, 6-4-11. But it's basically the same thing. I just didn't know that red is going to take the 6-2. That's something I didn't see. But it makes sense why red is taking it, since it's better than the 8-10, I think. Okay, the 6 rolls. Let's see if I can try to get another 6 or 4. That'd be great. 9. Let me see if I can try to get like a... I need too much, I think. Shoot for wood or maybe? Black need insurance. Okay, I decided to simply just take this trade. Does that do anything for me? Do something like this instead. Do I even want this? 2 sheep for wood and ore? Okay, I decided to say no to that trade. 2 sheep for wood and ore. Okay, let's see. Red, he's got ore and sheep. The thing is, I need to, there's no time. I ported for wheat and ported for wheat. Now, let's just save the knight. I was thinking about playing aggressive knight to get a city in that spot. Let's just save the knight. 7. Deeding. Damn. Okay. It's unfortunate. That's pretty bad here. I gave him a lot of D cards. And if he monos me for wheat, I've suddenly become a very sad man. That's where I just quit. Cool. But I think black wins this game anyways, really, which is unfortunate. I mean, I'll say this after, since black might get angry and be like, aggressive knight me. But this game's pretty much over. I don't think my opponents understand how screwed we are, unfortunately. When black has 4 down dev cards, this is not good news at all. Since hopefully I don't get robbed here, since I have a pretty vulnerable hand. Blue over me. Blue's at, 6 points. I'm at 4. Please give me mercy. Okay, good. Cool. There we go. And he's 1 road away, which puts him at like yeah, he's very close. You can simply just take road, army, and win. So I think the way I win this is, well, first of all, I don't. It's hard for me to win this. But I think the way I do win this is I have to build my way to 10 points. So I have to get a city, settle, and that's 6 points. I have to get like a bunch more VPs too. Oh, this is not good. That's just saying that. I'm only at 6 points even if I get a city and a settle, which is hard. It's very hard for me to do. I'm on no wheat. This is hard. Okay, another D card. I can try it, but I'm going to take y'all. Don't want me to. Okay, so maybe red can take road too. That's also another good solution. Okay, I decided to not do that. Red still has a ton of extra wheat in hand. There's the wood in black's hand. I might take that just in case, but probably not. I mean, maybe if they're willing to feed me longest road, I'm willing to take it. But I don't think that they should be feeding me since it's not a good investment of their resources. Roll me something good. A 4, that's pretty good for me. And I should be able to get like this. This is a city now, but I can probably get more. The thing is, black's even farther than I am. Let's see if red wants this brick. Red says yes. Cool. And wheat, any type of wheat is really valuable for me. So that's why I'm wanting this. That's the case. I simply just do this, pour for an ore, and get myself a second city. There we go. That brick for wheat trade, maybe it's too good. Maybe it's too good. And I think red might have a road building and cut off black, actually, and cut off blue. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, black has no knight. What the hell? That means that they're 1 card away from winning. Could have taken red, but now they can't. So that's not good that black has no knight card. That's actually very, very bad. Okay, but maybe did black forget to play a knight card? Okay, cool. This is interesting now. This is actually going to be a pretty close game. Now, I think this guy's at 8 points. This guy, cool. This guy's at 8 points, and they're also racing for road too. Since if red can plow blue over here, it's actually pretty massive. Okay, 9 rolls, cool. There's a lot of extra ore now. I can go to the 5 sheep and leave you alone. Why would you want to leave this person alone? You realize red can also take your road to win, right? Okay, no 7. 5 rolls. Black being at 9 cards here. Let's see. I'd like to try to trade a lot of my sheep here. And I think black's at 8 points here. What if I do something like this? 4 sheep for like 2 ore and a wheat with black. I do know they have this. I do 5 for 2 maybe. It does bring black to 9 points, but I'm hoping he 7s out. That's the thing. I decided to say no to that trade. Okay, do I play an aggressive knight? But black doesn't believe me anyways. But I think in that spot, if it was a live game, you need to play an aggressive knight first. Yeah, since I don't get blocked that often. I'll buy this. I'll buy this. I think I'll just do this, and then I'll play a knight card here. Do I still want to play a knight card? Nah. But now the problem is I wanted to play a knight card in that position because it looks like... oh, shoot. I think he just wins. Ah, jeez. Well, whatever. Dang. Blue just... Oh, that's gross. Well... Maybe I could have... I mean, I don't think it would have mattered. But blue didn't have enough resources to extend. That's the problem. Maybe I should have saved my brick for blue. Yeah, we can't win every single game, unfortunately. That's one of those games where you can't win. Let's take a look at the dice stats, first of all. So these are the dice stats. A little bit wonky. A bunch of 3s and a bunch of 8s, which definitely helps out blue. Like, if you look at the 3, 4s, and 8s, they're all pretty flat, which helps out blue a lot. And so I typically think black wins this game, and black did win this game. At the very beginning of the game, I even said, like, yo, I think black wins this game pretty easily. And they're like, no, the game just started. But if you look at it, what we ended at was black just killing us at 10 10 points, but blue ended at 6 and I ended up at 5. And I don't think it should have ever been robbed since I never had a chance. But I did get robbed, I think twice at the very beginning of the game. Red did get 7 points, but they're still very far off from winning. They had to take road just to get the 9 points. But overall, I think specifically what made me lose was red taking the 6-2 and me taking the 6-9-3. So I think this could have been avoided if I decided to take the 8-4-10. And this way, red's like guaranteed to not take the 6-2. Since I assumed that like no way red takes a 6-2. I don't think that's that good at all, and I think red loses every single time. I think what's something that's more reasonable is maybe red takes the 8-10, builds to the 5-10, snakes around here. Maybe they can already eventually get to the 6-2, and I think they just play a road game like that with double wood, double bricks over here. But instead, red decided to take the 6-2 and go for the or wheat sheep route. So I had to basically like foresee that and see like it's not guaranteed red takes this. Instead, I take this over here, and this way I have another wood spot over here, and I can still go down the wood port. Now, if I do take the 8-4-10, it does take a lot longer for me to get on the wood port since I don't start off with the brick. But I can still get on the wood port eventually, and it's still useful. But I think if I could do this again, it's definitely the 8-4-10 plus 6-4-11, just to prevent any ideas of like this of happening. Just because it's not guaranteed that red takes the 8-10. But it's one small mistake, and then red capitalized off that mistake by making a mistake themselves. I mean, I don't know if 6-2 is a mistake. I think I wouldn't have taken the 5-6-11 as red in the first place. I probably wouldn't have taken the 5-6-11 as red in the first place. But it's like an unfortunate sequence of events where like I gave red an opportunity to make a mistake, and then they decided to go on the 6-2, which then blundered both of our games, and we were just totally lost after that. Yeah, you can't win every game. I guess even in Elo Hell, I don't win every game. In fact, I got crushed this one. But hope you enjoyed. All right, bye-bye.